Okay, so this summer I took a trip to the UK. It was absolutely amazing. 15 days of some of the most awesome things I have done in my entire life, and I made sure to vlog the whole thing. And here's that vlog. But before we get started, I just want to make a small little note. A couple times in this video, you might see something that looks like this. This is a marker. I'm going to be using it to note down any interesting or noteworthy places that I went to. Some of them will be great, some of them not so great, but every single one of them will be noteworthy. Without further ado, let's get into the vlog. Hello everyone. We are currently in the car going to the airport. I'm excited.
Me too.
That's good. What about you, Janya? Hello.
Sorry.
We're in the airport right now at Heathrow. We're just getting our stuff like unpacked, unpacked, unloaded to our car so that we can go to our hotel.
That needs major editing.
We're in the hotel room right now, first hotel room. We're heading to the London Eye. First thing today, kind of not doing a lot today, but yeah, here's a montage. On the second day, we had a couple of stuff planned. The Tower of London, the Tower Bridge, and the Shard. Fit check day one. I think I passed. We started off with the Tower of London. I'm at the Tower of London. I could definitely shoot through one of these. Easy. This would not work against me. It was this really epic medieval castle. After the Tower of London, we headed off to the Tower Bridge. And I actually managed to catch a video of the bridge opening. And then we got to see the view of the city from the Shard. If you thought the London Eye was tall, wait till you see the views from the Shard. At the British Museum.
So true.
The British Museum. I know that jokes about stolen artifacts exist, but it was pretty cool to be able to see the real thing. Most importantly, I got to see the Rosetta Stone. If you guys don't know, the Rosetta Stone was used to understand hieroglyphics, since the text on it was written in 3 different languages, 2 of which we already knew. The next day was for Kensington Palace. If you guys didn't know, this was the main estate of Queen Victoria, and it's where Princess Diana lived during her time. From this picture, you can see the paintings in the wall that look 3D. After that, we headed off to Westminster Palace, the UK Parliament building. And a little fun fact, the main part of Westminster Palace was built in 1099. That is so old. But that was it for London for now. The next day, we were ready to go to Stonehenge. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, Stonehenge is like 5,000 years old, and I got to stand like 20 feet away from it. Most people say that Stonehenge is just a pile of rocks and it's really not worth visiting, but I totally disagree. It's something that you just have to see if you go there. After the Stonehenge, we went off to Bath. And no, we didn't go to take a bath. We went to the city of Bath. It's very, very beautiful. If you guys didn't know, the Roman bath was discovered in the 1800s. It's from a natural hot spring, and I got to drink some of the water. It didn't taste very good, and I felt sick for a bit, but it's supposed to clear diseases. So, I mean, it's worth a shot, I guess? After Bath, it was time to head off to the Cotswolds. On that day, we went to Broadway Tower. It's said that at the peak of Broadway Tower, you can see the entirety of the Cotswolds. And I can confirm that that statement is true. You could see over 30 miles from the top of Broadway Tower. On that day, we went to Burton-on-the-Water, which is a really cute village. There's a river running through it, and we got to walk on the bridge. Not only that, we got to see the model village. It's the model village, the model village, the model village, and then the model village. After that, we headed off to the Cotswold Motoring Museum, which had some of the oldest cars I've ever seen. These things dated back to the 1920s. After the Cotswolds, it was time to go back to London for just a short while. We're on the big bus tour. We were spending one day there to visit Windsor Castle, the place where the Queen spends a lot of her days. The next day was for York. The name York actually came from the Viking city of Jorvik, which was spelled like this. In York, we got to see a lot of cool things, including Clifford's Tower. This tower is 1,000 years old. Then we headed off to the York Dungeon, which was kind of like a haunted house, but not really. On that day, we also went to the Shambles and the York Gatehouse. At the Royal Mile, there's a festival going on called the Fringe. There's a bunch of other people like performing, and it's really, really cool. Yeah. What is it for?
Ow, ow.
What is it about?
Free promo, except it's gonna happen in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, so. Exactly. So if you wanna come over here right now. After the Royal Mile, we went to the St. Giles Cathedral. After the St. Giles Cathedral, we went to the Edinburgh Castle. It's a really old castle where you can see the entirety of Edinburgh from. The next day, we went to Inverness, which is pretty far from Edinburgh, so we spent most of the morning driving. But the first thing we did was go to the cruise on the Loch Ness. After the Loch Ness cruise, it was time for the Urquhart Castle, which we spent most of the rest of the day on. You can probably tell. Here's a view though. The next day was Skye. Once again, this was a day that would have a lot of driving, since Isle of Skye was pretty far away from Inverness and our next location. Tilt Rock was really awesome. I spent like half an hour just throwing pebbles off the side of the cliff. I finally managed to get one, and then I left. The next day was Fort William. With a lot of places that I still don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, it was pretty cool. So we're on a hike at the Glencoe Lochen hike trail that goes around the Glencoe Lochen. And it's very, very beautiful. Bro.
Oh.
After lunch, we went to the East Chia Egg Waterfalls. After the waterfalls, it was time for the Nevis Range Mountain Gondola. At the top of Ben Nevis. We didn't do much in Glasgow. I do recommend though, it's a pretty cool, modern looking city. We started the day by going to the Glasgow Botanical Gardens. Hello, we are currently in the car going from Glasgow to Edinburgh, and we're going to be going to the Camera Obscura World of Illusions, which is a really cool, like, House of Mirrors kind of thing. I'm very excited, so it should be epic. So here's some clips. And that was the 15-day UK trip, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed. It was so much fun. Editing it as well was so much fun. And I hope this inspires you, gives you some ideas if you're planning a similar trip as well. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Smash a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because it took a lot of effort to make. Subscribe if you haven't already, obviously. And check out this video. Subscribe to my channel here. I will see all of you wonderful people in the next video. Peace out.